So good morning students. The thing which we are going to discuss with parts of speech. Parts of speech is a basic English grammar that we can come across of any language. Okay, whenever we come to study a language, the basic rules are very important for English grammar and for other languages also. So for English we are having this parts of speech. So the first thing we are going to discuss with parts of speech is noun. So first thing is noun, but actually we have 8 types of parts of speech. First one is noun, then pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So the first thing we are going to discuss with the noun. So noun always refers a person, a name, a place or thing. Anything if you can give name, that is called as noun. So there are some classifications and types of noun. These are the things: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun, material noun, countable and uncountable noun. So we'll go this one first. Proper noun. Anything that is given priority or addressed for perfection, that is called proper noun. So we can take the example of National Engineering College. So if you say college, that is coming under common noun. But you are telling the name of the college, that is coming under the proper noun. So another examples, your name is a proper noun, but name is a common noun. So some other things are collective noun. Collective noun, the term and the definition is already there. The thing which is there in collective mode, that is called as collective noun. For example, bunch of keys, swarm of flies. These all are coming under collective noun. And abstract noun. Abstract noun is nothing but the thing which you can feel but you can't see through your eyes, that is called as abstract noun. For example, love, torture and care, patience, these are all can felt but you can't see through your eyes. That are all coming under abstract noun. So material is nothing. Material noun is nothing but whatever you have as a material, pen, projector, laptop, computer, table, whatever it is coming under a material thing, that is called as material noun. Countable noun, anything that you are able to count, that is countable noun. 3 tables, 4 persons, 5 girls, 5 tables. So these are all coming under countable nouns. So when you are coming to the last one, uncountable noun. Uncountable noun is very simple, that you can't count anything like water, stars, the liquid items, all these comes under uncountable noun. So these are the examples for proper noun, common noun, collective noun. Already said you that if it is given preference, that is proper noun. So preference is given to the name. Surya, Raja, Kalai, these are all given preference. And common noun, so museum. If you say museum, that is common noun. If you say Raja Park Museum, that is proper noun. So collective noun, I already told you when it is in collection, honeybees, students, friends, army, team, family, these are all coming under collective noun. So the abstract noun already told you, you can feel the thing but you can't see through your eyes. Taste can be felt, air can be felt and headache can be felt. But these things can't be seen through your eyes. So material noun already told you, pen, book, watch, these are all material things. And the countable nouns already told you, when you are counting something, that's all coming under the countable nouns. 4 lines, 3 bikes, cars, cars. It is in plural form, that is obsoletely, that is countable. So uncountable nouns, star you can't count, water you can't measure, you can measure but you can't count. That leaves also you can't count. So these are all coming under uncountable. Then we are moving to the next one, pronoun. So these are some examples for which words can be used as pronoun. Okay, I, we, you, they, she, he, it. So it's always supporting the noun and it replaces the noun. For example, he can be a person. For example, example we see Raja, Kalai. So they are all called as proper noun, but instead of using that name, it replacing the noun. That is called pronoun. He, she, it. These are all replacing things. So it is coming under pronoun. So these are the types of pronoun: personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, and reflexive pronoun. Additional one is there, that is relative pronoun. First we will go through this. So personal pronouns, I already told you these terms are coming under personal pronoun. So I, we, you, they, he, she, it, me, us, you, them. These are all coming under personal pronoun. This is something very personally used for these nouns. And then possessive pronouns, when you are possessed, when you are giving the hint of possession, that is coming under possessive pronoun. My book, our house, your book, their house, his sister, her brother. These are all coming under possessive things. It has some own reference of possessiveness. And reflexive pronouns. So reflexive in the sense the terms meaning it is there with itself. So myself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. So these are all coming under reflexive pronouns. Subject pronouns. So I, you, he, it, she, these are all coming in the category of subject. So we can call this as subject pronouns. Object pronouns, the opposite of subject. So here me, you, us, them, these are all coming under objective pronouns. This is not important, but you can have this. Possessive adjectives. So I already told you this is related to possessive pronouns also. So possessive pronouns also have the middle term with these things, possessive adjectives. My, your, her, is, these are all discussed in possessive pronoun also. So here the same is coming. So already told you reflexive pronouns about this and we discussed this. So next we are moving with adjectives. So when a quality is given importance, that is coming under adjective. So examples here, it is a blackboard. So it's highlighting the board's quality. So it is a blackboard. It can be a whiteboard also, it can be a green board also. It is given priority for the color black. So it is giving the quality of a particular thing pronoun. So it is called as adjective. When it is given importance for the quality, that is adjective. So adverb, it describes that how an action has done. So when it is given the answer for the question how, it is adverb. So he runs fast. So it gives the answer for the question how. So loudly. So she sings loudly. So it is also giving the answer for the question how. So it is adverb. So preposition, we every day we use this. Prepositions are very important for a language, for a perfect language. So here the examples are given. The book is on the table. So we can use this for perfection. It is on the table. Given it is given the priority for being on. So it can be under also. It can be off also. Okay. So beneath, behind, all these comes under preposition. So these are the keywords for the preposition. About, above. He talked about her. After, before, with, without, from, to. Every day we come across these words. So next we are moving to this conjunction. So conjunction is something which is uniting the two phrases or two sentences which is already together or not together. So examples are here. And, but. So but is always, it will give the unity for the two sentences which are already together or not. So Ravi and Raj are playing in the ground. So here two names are here to unite these things, and is given. And here also the term two phrases are here. So to unite these two phrases, but is used. It will give a better meaning than the before. Hari is not feeling well, but he attended the class yesterday. So if you are rejecting this but, it won't give you a perfect meaning. But if you give this preposition, it will give you a perfect gender. So the final one is interjection. So what you can go for interjection is when you are giving some expression with a word that is called interjection. It is used to express your feelings. The best word we can have verb, alas. So it is pronounced like va, but verbal things will be very different, but you have to pronounce like va. So va, India won the Champions Trophy of cricket. So anything, it can be in happiness, it can be in sadness, it can be in surprise. Okay. So these are all words used to express your feelings. It can be in any mood, happiness, sadness, or anything else. I think it's finished.